Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Settlement Survival. Hope you're in a fantastic and amazing day today, and check out our new little area neighborhoody place that we talked about in the last episode. We got it all built up. We got a bunch of more houses in there. We got some more on the way. I have most of these dense farms built. We are waiting on some workers though. We still need 2 more to get built. And I have this little area cleaned up a little bit. We have 3 mines ready to roll in here, a boiler room. We got a water nursery down here. We're going to produce some more of these herb seeds. And then we have another boiler room here for people going in betwixt the little neighborhoods. I thought these were 2 decent spots. People working down here, it gets cold, they can go to the boiler room instead of going all the way back up here. And then, yeah, like I said, people are going across hither and yon between the 2 places. They have a boiler room in between there. And we did have another one somewhere over here. I think we took it out, but maybe we'll replace it now that we are getting close to steel, and I'll show you that in just a moment. We also got this right here, this paper mill built up. Got it working. We're using up some of our bamboo and a bunch of our water, so we have paper now in the town, which is pretty good. We can maybe use that to get some more books happening, but we haven't had a lot of free workers here for a little while. We've lost a couple people here and there. I've been trying to move people around to make sure that things like the farms are good to go, but you can see here I missed 2, so we're short a couple people here. Our statue people are short. We do also have 2 mines that we need to make sure we got some more people in. We got this one's almost out, 24%. So we need to think about that one pretty quick here. And then this one is doing okay, 80% there. We have immigrants here. We got them, they just arrived. 15 of them. We're going to go ahead and check and accept those guys. And then looks like somebody is applying for timber. We can deal with that for sure. 400 timber. And then we should get a little bit more rep, plus 20. Meh, not that great, but better than nothing. And now we have 15 labor. So I do want to keep a couple free laborers, of course, but we also want to replenish some of these things that are kind of crucial to what we're doing here. So the farms, the trade thing here with the carving workshop, and we had 2 people in the hunters. It looks like we got those 3 out of 3 now. So those are looking great. It looks like our fuel factories are doing well as also. They're at max. And then if we come up over here, we could start to get some more workers in here. So we got 12 free laborers. I think I do want to go ahead and put somebody out on a caravan. I want to go ahead and buy some more kittens. We have a little bit of money to do so. And before we lose our workers anyways, I want to get some more cats coming in. And I've kind of just been, oops, I'm in the wrong bit here. And I've kind of just been doing this on the side. Every so often when I have workers and I have money, I'm buying cats and selling the cats. The same thing we've been doing this whole playthrough. Getting a little bit of money on the side, and then by the time we go to sell, we usually have a bunch of statues that we can sell as well, and that's what I have been doing, getting a little bit money with that as well, which is great. And I want to allot a couple people over here. Let's go with the peas here, and then I want to go with the agave as well. Now we're getting pretty low on our free workers now. We're down to 3, so maybe I don't want to do this yet. I'll leave the agave in there because we do have a distillery right here, and I'll make that guy work here. Get this agave rolling in, and because we do have a good amount of food, we're in the green with food. I'm gonna cut back a little bit there, and we'll just deal with what we got, I guess. I did want to kind of put in a couple more people into this reservoir since we are in the red with water. We still have a good stockpile, but I want to keep it fed a little bit. And then we are in the red with our iron ore. So maybe when these workers come back, these caravan people, we'll get them started in the iron mines here, and we'll get some of those things happening. So we're doing great. I'm pretty happy with our situation right now. We're just short of workers, but that's kind of how it is a lot of the times. And that's also why I built a bunch of houses. If we have open houses, we can get more workers. And we also had a bunch of citizens who wanted new houses when I first started playing this afternoon. We were at like 50 houses, so 50 citizens wanting new houses, so it was pretty high. So we've got a couple in there. We got some more houses getting built, and it's just kind of taking a little bit of time because we only have 1 builder over here, and so yeah, they can only do so much. And then we have 4 tech points. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to get, first of all, let's go into lighting. I want to have lighting because I want to move up into some more infinite mine action. So we have 3 tech points. I want to get here, and smelting, I think. Maybe not with a quarry. Let's go here. but we need mining, smelting, so we'll do that here. And then I want to get the forge because I want to start getting steel happening, but we are going to need a little bit. We have the bricks, we should have the glass as well, but no steel, and that's what the smelter is going to give us, and that's what this whole little area is going to be, I believe. So let's go ahead, we'll get some processing things started. Now, because of our worker situation, we can't really get a whole lot of this really operating, but I'm going to get it set up, and then as we are able to, we will get some stuff going. The lighting workshop is going to need fats to get oil, and the way we're going to do that is we have our butchers right over here. So I think if we can sneak this in there perfectly, right there, that's where it's going to go. We'll get some oils coming in from there, and then we are also going to need another one for some lanterns eventually, but I'm not going to quite do that yet. And then let's go ahead, we'll go kiln factory, oh not kiln factory, fuel factory over here. I want to be able to run our smelters and foundries and things that we have, so we're going to need some refined fuels. So we'll get a couple of them set up over here, and then we're going to do some smelting action, and then let's go, I'm going to go a couple in here. We'll probably add more and more in here as we continue to grow as a town, but for now I think we'll just do the 2, and then we do have senior mine and open mine now. These guys, the open mine is just a mine, but it's like this, and then the senior mine is like an advanced mine. So we're going to look at those in a moment as well. And then I should really get into this gem and obsidian mines, but these are requiring some more advanced materials that we don't quite have yet, so we're not going to quite do that yet, but I do want to get those in eventually. And then one thing else that I was thinking about we're going to need over here is probably a warehouse. So I'm going to put in like 3, I think. We'll do 3 right there. Okay. And then let's get a little road action across the way, and we'll get that guy started. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll start with the smelter because we have clay, stone, and iron ore. But here we're going to need some steel. So with a smelter rolling, we have some fuels. We'll get somebody working in there, and then we can start to make steel, and then we can get our forge going. And then we should be looking pretty good with more mid-tier materials. So that'll be nice to have that stuff situated finally. And then over here, yeah, so we got this fuel factory is maxed out over here. So I think I'm going to take somebody out of that. And then I think I'm just going to leave the 3 laborers for now. We want to replace people who are dying because that's happening, you know, a little bit, because it just kind of happens over time, of course, right? But then if we don't, then we have people who die and then their jobs don't get replaced, and then I kind of lose track of who was where, and then you just kind of, it's easy to miss things, especially things that are important like the doctor or the church here or stuff like that. So we want to make sure that you're keeping the laborers up so that people can be replaced and goods can get moved around, and then when you mark things to get picked up and for building, then there's somebody to do that job as well. So we want to make sure that we have our laborers up. Looks like we got a couple of our dense farm workers working. I'm wondering if I need to have 3 people in these dense farms. I'm always wanting to get rid of people in the farms. I feel like 3 people per plot of field is just so much, especially when you need so many farms. We could think about maybe tuning back our dense forest farms a little bit here, but I'm looking now and we are in the red, so we probably don't want to do that. We do have 4 more laborers coming back from our caravan, which I could probably utilize, or we'll put them back, we'll turn them around and get some more money off those cats that we just got from Ronnie, and we'll go back to Carlos and sell those. I think maybe that's what I'll do. Keep our money up, and then if something happens like I don't know, some kind of event, I don't even know what event it would be, but we need a little bit of money, we have it stored around, and then we can also buy some things. I wanted to get cotton, and so that we could get like cotton bedding basically, and I haven't been able to do that because I haven't had the money to really get the seeds. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go and turn this around, and we'll go insurance, and we're gonna go Carlos, and we're gonna sell to Carlos cats. And we had 15 of them. That's a pretty good haul in cats right there. 15,000 monies on the way, and then we should have at least a handful of statues. Let's see. Oh, 77. That's pretty good. That's more than a handful. Okay, we can get away with that too, just barely. So 23,000 monies on the way, but our insurance is too high, so we can't do 77 statues, unfortunately. Maybe let's see if we can get away with like 60 of them. 60. No, we can't do 60. How about 50? Okay, how about 40? Okay, we can only really get away with about 20 of our statues going out for our insurance premium. 513. We only have 520 silver coins, so we'll get that going. We'll sell that. And then if we are going to go see Carlos, we can buy some seeds because we already have that rep with Carlos. So let's go ahead and we'll scroll all the way down here and we will get our seeds going. And I want to have cotton seeds, right? I'm just talking about that. Let's get cotton going. And they're not expensive. 2,000. We could definitely get something else. Another one that I'd like to get is the mulberry seeds. There they are right there. And then tea is something that we could work on as well. But let's just do these two for now. Get the cotton seeds, get the mulberry seeds, and we'll do that. We'll get those formed up. And then, of course, that's not really going to do us much good if we don't have any place to like make the cotton, right? So maybe we want to come over here and make some of these, like maybe these two cotton fields, and we kind of just produce like those textiles. I guess they aren't called textiles, but the cotton textiles, that's what I'm going to say they are, over here, and then we can bring them to the other parts of the town. Maybe that's what we'll do. And then what do we need over here for steel? We need lots of iron ore. Okay, yeah, more iron ore. Okay, so let's see if we got anything around town that we can pick up. Got little bundles over here. It's August, so we should have some time to get those. I'm just gonna do those for now, and we'll see how good that happens. We do have another tech point, so with this mining stuff happening, I'm pretty happy with that. The quarry we're just gonna leave for a little bit, I think, and I do want to get the transfer station. It's about time to get that. This is a good way to move goods around the town, and now that we have two little neighborhoody areas, I think it's high time for our transfer station. So let's go ahead, we'll get this guy going, and let's do a few of them, probably maybe 3, and we'll do one over here. Actually, let's go over here because this is where we're getting like the fats and the soaps and all those other fun things. So we'll get those guys right there, and then we could do another one over here for all these different farms, and then let's go over here. We could do one for these farms, and then we could do one more over here for steel and whatnot that we'll have over here on this side of the world. And we'll plop that guy about right there. Okay, perfect. So those are a couple of good transfer stations that are going to get built up over time here. We have a lot of buildings to get built and not a lot of builders right now. I think we have like 2 builders. Yeah, 2 builders total. So it's going to be a minute. But I see here on our timeline, we have another batch of immigrants on the way, which is very great. We really could use them. But we're doing pretty good overall. We're at 190 adults, so we're well over 200 on our population, which is fantastic and amazing. We're finally there, finally getting places, and we're just kind of hanging out. So I'll be right back. I'll bring you back when we get these immigrants here, and then we can continue to sprinkle them in. Maybe we have a couple other things built up, and then we can maybe check out what our smelter can do. All right, we got our immigrants arriving back in town. We got 15 of them. We're going to check. We're going to accept it again. Ooh, and it looks like we have a new administrator. So max house occupants +1 pasture yield. We do have some pastures, but I'm going to go with max house occupants +1 just for growth sake. And we'll see how that works out for us. So we're looking pretty good. Now we're at 220. We got a little bit of a little area set up here. I want to point out what we have built. So we got a smelter done. We are producing a little bit of steel. We're at 68 right now. We're going for 200 as our max, and we're using that steel in a couple places right now. We have a boiler room here that got built. We have one here that's good to go. I'm also putting in another one over here, so we'll use a little bit of steel for that. Oh, and then somebody else is done with the administrator term, so let's go back in there and we'll see what we get here. New citizens required +8. I'm going to do that one for sure. So now, holy cow, 42 laborers? How did that happen? How did that happen? For real? I had, oh, that's how. Okay, well, it looks like we have a couple of workers that we can put places, which is fantastic. Okay, so we have our dense farms over here, so let's get these things rolling. And there we go, those are good to go. And then I do want to have, okay, we have 31, so let's come back over here and then let's get some workers in our mine, and then we'll get these guys rolling as well. And now we're down to 21. We do need a little bit more water. Well, that's in the green now, but I do have a reservoir in queue to get created right there. And then we are looking for some more iron ores and some more rocks. So we got 5 more in the iron mine right there. That should be good. And I did take away a few people out of the quarry, so I'm going to put those guys back in there. I did allot 3 people into this dense forest. I knocked down from 4, 3. on these guys here, because it just didn't seem like I needed 4 people. I'm gonna do it here as well, and then we're gonna get that going. And then we're still waiting on our transfer stations around here. I do have 4 builders now in this area, so that we should be getting some of the stuff built up a little bit more quickly. I'll probably throw in a couple more here while we're at it. And then we do have our dense farm here, and we did get our cotton seeds, so we're gonna go ahead and get some cotton rolling as well. And then we're down to 16 laborers. Man, that bundle of laborers was really nice to get going here. Let's put 1 more person in that field, and then anything else over here that we can get started. Oh, let's go with the boiler room. We'll have a boiler man, and then we got 1 there as well, and then we're still waiting on that one. Okay, that's pretty much it. Oh, we got our lighting factory working as well. We had a bunch of fats, of course, and then we have some lamps. So we'll get those guys going, and then I want to make sure that we have 3 people in there. So since we have a handful of extra laborers, I'm gonna put them in our mines, because we're, especially the iron, we really are kind of low on iron right now. We're at a whole 0, so yeah, kind of low. So we'll put a couple more workers here and there, and then so what else are we looking at here? So our timber is getting in the red, so we knew that. So let's go ahead and maybe we want to put in another dense forest. Yeah, we'll get it ready to go here. And then we want more clothing, and we are green in the tools because we have hardwood tools. So let's find a tailor. Do we even have? I think we had a tailor over here. Yeah, so we have a handful of tailors. Let's put 1 more person in there. We don't have a whole lot of leather, so that's not working too well for us here. Cotton cloth, that's what I wanted, and we don't have a ton of agave either. So we're just kind of hurting on all clothing materials right now. Oh, I did upgrade these into dense farms as well, and I have this one ready to go as well, just waiting on some materials. So hopefully that doesn't take very long. And then, oh, since we have enough people, we have 12,000 monies. Let's go ahead and go here, and then we'll go 4, and then let's buy some more cats. We should have a good amount. Okay, so now we hit over 1,000. Oh, that's because I'm in the wrong, I went to the wrong person. There we go. It's gonna be buying, and then we're gonna be going to cats again. Okay, now we're still good. All right, so let's see what we can get here. 12,000. We can get a handful. Let's go with 13. Yeah, let's go with 12. Purchase, buy insurance, and then let's go ahead and sell. We should have a good amount of statues here. Yeah, 108. Can we even sell all those? Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and sell 108 of our statues. Get a little bit of money. Coming back. Got 12 cats we're buying. So yeah, let's do it. So that'll get out on the way. We got 7 more laborers that we can do something with, and I'm kind of thinking about getting some more sand pit workers and getting some more kiln workers also, so that we can get our clay and brick and glass and sand production up a little bit more. So I'm gonna grab the sand pit, I think, and we should be good to go right down over in here for a couple more things. So let's go 1 right there, and we'll go 1 right there, and then we will have kilns, right? So where's our kiln? Right here. And then we need 2 of these guys. So I might as well just put it like right across the road, right? And that'll work great like that. And then we'll go a dirt road, and I'm just gonna bring this guy down and tie it in right there, like so. And then I'm just gonna kind of run it like that. Okay, great. So those will get going, and then I'm gonna leave the 5 laborers we have. We don't need to put somebody in everything. And then I think we even have 2 more tech points, so that's going really well. I'm kind of thinking, since we've been talking about cotton here for a little while, getting into our weaving and getting into textile mill. So maybe I was just gonna let it get a little bit of a stockpile here, so that we have some cotton on reserve. We have 0 right now, so I want to get that built up. And then let's put another person for agave here, and then I'm gonna activate these. We need some bricks, it looks like, and then hopefully those things will get built up. Now we're at 4 laborers, so we should be doing really great for food. We should be good on rocks for a little while here, hopefully. And then hopefully our timber is gonna be working pretty well also. So I think we're doing pretty great. Those 43 laborers that I got were kind of unexpectedly will be really, really nice. And let's see, so we have no students currently, but we have 35 kids. So did something happen to our school here? Yeah, so we don't have a teacher. So the teacher must have died, and that's why all those people graduated. We have an event here, frozen passerby. I think they need, yeah, they ask them where they came from. Silver cutlery 80, sweet. So that'll be nice. Let's go ahead and we'll put people back into a school. That was nice to get all those workers all at once, but oh, And since we have paper nowadays, we can go ahead and click on that and say use paper, make that go a little bit quicker. We could even look at that. So that's education, right? So we could get into books, or the boarding school, and then work down to the academy. The academy gives you those 3 extra development points, which is super duper nice. But the books would be nice to have. Printing factory, they're a pretty good trade item as well, so we could do that with those. And well, of course, we would use them for our peeps as well. Okay, so now we're down to 1 laborer. Maybe I went a little bit too crazy on sprinkling them everywhere, but I think we'll be okay. We can always take people back from the mines if we are looking good with the mines, but we've really got to figure out the textile situation. So because we have that cotton here, I think I'm gonna swap one of these for cotton instead of oats. My hope with the oats was to maybe make a brewery here pretty soon, get the fermenting and get the winery, sorry, not the brewery, and then we can make beer out of these things, but I'm not gonna quite do that just yet. We'll just kind of see where we're at and let it go for a little bit. So I think that's a good spot to call this episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night.